We have today is a couple knives. It's an Opinel number 8 stainless. We've got my custom KWE blades knife and ABL, 0 ground. This one has a very thin edge, but there is an edge there. So what we're going to be testing today is Laren Thomas, Knife Steel Nerds. Check out his blog or thing on his website. I asked on Cliff Stamps forum of people what they wanted to see if I made YouTube videos. I was going to start making more videos. I do them in spurts. I don't do them all the time. You probably can notice if you followed my channel. So he asked me to take a rubber pad. Well, I did a rubber pad test a while ago. You can see right here for checking cutting ability of knives. So he asked me to do one of those, but with different edge angles and 2 different grit finishes. So what we have today is we have the SharpMaker. So I'm going to use the mediums and the fines. That's the edge finish. I've got a little chromium oxide from Maggards. Thank you, Joe Colton, for the look at Joe Colton's knives. He makes amazing knives. He's making folders now, liner locks, lockbacks, slip joints, along with his already amazing fixed blades and kitchen knives and stuff. Check out Joe Colton Cutlery. But anyway, plain leather strap, a little bit of chromium oxide, because we're just going to make sure we don't have a burr. And I've got a scale here, rubber mat, to see how much pressure it takes. I've got my calipers here, so we're going to measure stuff behind the angle, do a little sharpening and some testing. So first we want to get some measurements here. I'm not going to do 3 measurements. I'm just going to pick a spot in the middle of the blade because that's where I'm going to be cutting. And just for brevity's sake, because otherwise this video is going to be 4 hours long. It's going to take 3 days to upload. So behind the edge, at about 1 inch up the blade, we are at, wow, this knife is thin, 8 thousandths. Guys, get an Opinel. Handle's awesome, blade's awesome. You can learn to sharpen on them because the edge comes like it was made by a drunken monkey. But they're awesome knives. They still cut, even with a burr on them to one side. They'll still cut. You know, learn how to you learn how to deburr a knife. You learn how to sharpen a knife. They're cheap. You don't care if they get all scratched up. All my knives are scratched up because I go to the low angles for sharpening and sharpen low angles also. You know, 20 degrees per side. That's for axes, machetes, and stuff. You know, chopping tools or hand knives, EDC, kitchen. Lower your angles. If your knives get scratched up, who cares? Are you having a knife beauty contest? Okay, enough of a rant. All right. So the Opinel is starting out at 0.008 behind the edge, starting. See, writing everything down. All right. So let's sharpen the Opinel. Another trick with the SharpMaker: if you put the points facing forward in the 20-degree slots, rotate it until this is lined, till the flats are lined up looking at you. That is 10 degrees. That is 10 degrees. All right, you can get 10-degree measurements with your SharpMaker. 15, there's another. It'll do another angle like 12.5 or something. If 10 degrees is too low and your knife starts rolling or chipping or something, you can move it to the 15, or maybe the 15 is lower. If it's, yeah, I think maybe the 15 is lower. Anyway, actually I think I'm gonna have to do a calculation real quick because that doesn't sound right. No, forget it. No, 15 degrees that's 10. Had them in the wrong slot. Okay, 20 degrees and then 20 degrees slot, that's 12.5. This is 10. So I said that wrong. Put them in the 15 degree slots. That's 10 degrees. Rotate them 60 degrees so the flats are looking right at you. It's a little awkward but you can do it. It's doable. All right. So we're going to sharpen 10 degrees. Let me get some oil real quick. Oh, also guys, use oil on the stones, on these ceramics. People complain they load up and you got to clean them with Bar Keeper's Friend and scrub them and do all this stuff. All you need, use a little bit of oil. Doesn't matter what kind. Olive oil, canola oil, soybean oil, whatever you got in the kitchen. You know, mineral oil, baby oil. Just use some type of oil. Also, your knives will stay sharper longer. Easy to clean. And then just a pink eraser. A pink little, just pink pencil eraser. No problem, you know. I mean, Bar Keeper's Friend's awesome. If you got it, use it, you know. But okay, so we're gonna do a little sharpening here. Now here, you can't really get the tip. You can't really move out like this, so you gotta tilt down. I'm going to do 10 passes per side. That should set the apex at... First let me color in the edge, make sure I'm hitting the edge, because everything will be null and void if I'm sharpening on the sides. I feel like I was hitting the apex, but I just want to be sure. So I'm going to color this in real quick. It's another thing that's not talked about sharpening a lot. I didn't even mention it in my videos, but you can really feel when you're sharpening, you can feel where you're at on the blade, depending on the stone. These ceramic stones have feedback like a dead piece of wood. Same thing with the DMTs. Just feedback is non-existent. It's like sharpening on a pillow or something. Double check that. Yeah, that hit the apex. Yeah, that hit the apex. Okay. We're good. Just wanted to make sure. Now you can move out with this one. Let me make sure you guys can see that I'm sharpening. Sorry about that. Yeah, see I've got the sharp maker rotated. You put the tips in, rotate it until you're flat with them, and then for this side you sharpen like this. For this side, sharpen like that. Sorry about that, I got enamored looking at my own punum there. Alright, punum's Hebrew for face, so sorry. That's, let me do a lost count here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so that was 5 more. Alright, so knife seems to be a little sharp. Looks like it's got a burr on it, so let's get our handy dandy strop out. Just do a couple quick passes. So another thing with stropping, you know, you can overstrop really easy, you know. If you use a little bit too much pressure or too many passes or not a good, you know, like a soft substrate, you know. There's different techniques to stropping, so. Okay, that's better. See? Could be better, but it's going to work for a test. So, So we're going to turn the scale on. Okay, we got the scale on. Now we're going to do some test cutting. Okay, that was 6 pounds. 10 degrees, medium finish, 6 pounds. Alright, we'll be back over here. Do some sharpening. With the medium rods. And here's a little trick to turning it. You want, if you have one of the grooves facing you and one facing away, when you turn it, it'll be lined up so you don't end up with one of the